Week 2 and I'm in the lecture area. I'm going to skip right on down here to Essay 1, which is the focus of this video. Here it is attached as a Word file, so if I click on that, you'll see the animation. Boom! There it goes. So it's downloaded into my Downloads folder. I'm going to open it in Word, and here we are. Writing 121 Essay 1, Capturing Happiness. And notice that it has an approximate length of 3 pages. Please try and make it about 3 pages. Just a little bit under or a little bit over will be okay. But it needs to definitely be more than 2 pages and definitely not more than 4 pages. Okay, so here we are. In the essays we've read and in the videos we've watched, the focus is on different aspects of happiness. What makes individuals or countries happy? How do genetics contribute to our happiness? Can we make ourselves happier? Is it likely that the things that we think will make us happy really will? For the first essay, take into account all of these areas when you consider your basic topic. What is the one thing that makes you happy and why? So when I say take into account all of these areas when you consider your basic topic, it means consider genetics. What does science have to say about how genetics contribute to happiness? Consider what you've read about what makes individuals happy or what makes a whole nation happy. So maybe in your search for inspiration using the web, you've learned that countries like Qatar and countries like Iceland are really happy countries. There are some Northern European countries that are statistically very happy, and learn a little bit about what makes them happy. So what contributes to those? What are the factors? Take into consideration the synthetic happiness. Like, can we actually make ourselves happier? Is it an active thing that we do, or is it pretty passive? Do we just let happiness happen to us? What do the researchers and the scientists say? And I want you to use those experts in their field. Use them in your essay. It sounds like a simple assignment, but a careful look at Kathleen Dean Moore's essay shows that it is not. So this essay is the one that you have to read this week. It's focused on poking around, and it's called Winter Creek. Look carefully at how Moore describes the act of poking around in Winter Creek. Think how you could describe what makes you happy in such detail. So in Winter Creek, try and find those places where she's describing the action that makes her happy. What kind of detail does she go into? How does she describe it? So this is the description process, and it involves a little bit of narration and storytelling. Notice how Kathleen Dean Moore does that in her essay, and try and emulate it in your own essay. Now, you need to add to the description. Notice how Moore adds to the description of poking around in her analysis of it. So it's not all description, she's really analyzing quite a bit. Moore loves being in nature for a variety of reasons, from the feeling of wonder and hope it gives her to the way it helps her build identity. She does not write, "I like poking around because it makes me happy." There's many reasons she loves to explore, and she goes into each one in serious detail. It is the description paired with the analysis that provides the depth that I'm looking for in your essays. So you'll have to pair those two. Get an idea of what kind of analysis she gives, and get an idea of what kind of description she gives. Notice when those two things are combined, or how they work together, and notice how deep it gets. It's your job to do something similar. Choose something that brings you happiness and capture it in words. Your range of topics is endless. Try to choose something that is significant in your life. It could be anything from fishing to singing in a church choir, from knitting to repairing engines, from cooking to spending time with an elderly family member, from volunteering in a non-profit organization to kayaking over waterfalls. Your essay could be set up in various ways, but the main elements to include are the description and analysis. So folks, this is what I'm going to be looking for in your essays. And I'll give you a kind of rubric by which I'll grade your essays in a couple weeks. But as you start to develop your thesis and your essays, know that I'm looking for description and analysis. So sometimes these things might be better combined, and sometimes they'll be better in separate parts of the essay. You get to decide what that is, and we'll talk about it in the coming weeks. So please see me if you need any help or if you're not understanding this assignment. Remember, you can always go to the tutoring center at the main MHCC campus. You can see a tutor face-to-face, or you can even visit a tutor online. These services are all things that you pay for, and they can be really helpful. So there it is. Essay 1. Basically, what makes you happy? What aspect of happiness will you analyze? And how will you combine the description of your happiness with the analysis of your happiness? So you have a few things to do ahead of you this week. You have skill set 3, which is more brainstorming, and skill set 4, which is developing that working thesis. So that one statement that captures the main point of your essay. All right, good luck and thank you very much.